The two power sources. There's two directions of either self-power, which is mind over matter, or God power, which is power other than yourself. Being young, I was well trained with using my own power. Well, you have like training with candles and mirrors, using focused energy. The envisioning my body attacking cancer cells that the hospital taught me. And then regardless of the training, it was empty. The inner dialogue of a child with this type of training left me hearing too much, and it would hurt. So as a child before cancer, I asked God to rewire me, so I'd only hear His voice. And because I would hear too many hearts broken, that was pain and anger, so as a child, I'd hide in the bathroom, of the school, to find a spot that had less noise. And that was before 1972. God heard me and sent a pastor, a church bus Baptist preacher, who gave my dad an opportunity to have Sunday free from the kids. Free babysitting service. So on Sunday, when my dad enjoyed football on the TV and naps without the kids, we left early in the morning on the church bus. All four of us kids got up, and this bus learning songs of hope, salvation, joy, for it was peaceful in this church bus. No yelling, no ducking in fear. It was this church I heard about Jesus. And yep, I accepted this gift of salvation. I did not know by accepting Jesus, I was now placed into another power source. God power. God the Father is gentle in switching me over to His power source. Yes, the joy is real, but so is the anger at home. It can be real. Why the increased anger from my family? No more candles, no more mirrors. Somehow we lost something that connected me to my earthly family. As a new Christian, the Bible became my world of joy, and by trying to read it, it was not acceptable. I love my dad, and he is wise, but if I spoke one word out of this book called the Bible, it was game on. Later, I would see his pain, his abandonment, due to those who followed that book. Abandonment issues are real, no matter what age. So instead of seeing just a book, it was his own dad who left him to join a cult. He learned to hate anything related to that book. Dad never said no. He let me read, for he believed in free thought. And each time I would open this book called the Bible, he would pull me away for some task. So I became a 3 a.m. reader. This bedside light would be found warm by my dad, so it would become a non-usable, oops, the cord was cut off, or the battery, or the light bulb wouldn't work. So the enemy was trying to cut off God's power supply, but God's Spirit, and He will not be stopped. That's 2 Corinthians. As such trust have we through Christ to God. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything is of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. Yes, our real power is God, not in our own strength or mind power. So in 3rd grade, everything changed. From 1st grade, I was training well in the ways of human power. I did well, and it was a favor of my family with the title of firstborn. Self-sufficiency was everything, for it worked well, but it had its cost. Our school had the cute, small skits on stage, doing songs, making my family proud, and this helped build up a children's ability to be on stage without fear. My family was so happy I got to play Snow White, and that's a feeling of power over an audience. So once again, it was power of command. My family kept that outfit in a protective plastic cover for decades. I wore it only once, for that was the time I was one of them. But once I accepted Jesus, that I was no more seen. They kept that outfit for years like grieving over a dead child. Everything changes. When I asked Jesus to rewire me, down came the hammer. Once no babysitter was once there was no babysitter needed. And now babysitters for this young one was needed. The trust was gone. Having strangers watch over your kids is not a good thing. My parents didn't realize that evil came through our doorway. While they took time away from home for college or bowling, a pedophile came a-calling. The song I hear is, God, thy will be done. And I know God, and he hears me. And I know he sees me. Your plans for me, goodness you have in store. Changing the power supply from dark to light was worth everything. His light had lightened my path, and it will be seen in my walk. Others in my family may turn out to be the bright side. And I will continue to pray, Yah. And where I see cancer, I saw freedom. Yes, being a cancer survivor allowed me to no longer be a victim, but be a victor. Family allowed me to be the babysitter, and I became a defender.